everyone. Today I'm going to be going through a few more of the WoW anniversary quests here. I did pick up a few, not intentionally, but as I was leveling and doing the quest for the 5-time walking dungeons, I did get an item called the Ancient Scroll. So that quest is, like I said, from an item that you pick up, I think, after a certain level, and it automatically starts a quest called the Ancient Scroll. And it says, a haze seems to obscure the details of the scroll at first. As you concentrate on making out the scroll's features, the haze briefly dissipates, revealing a pristine scroll made of the finest vellum, which a seal that looks so fresh the wax doesn't even seem set yet. In a blink, the scroll feels dangerously brittle, and the seal so delicate it could crack at any moment. As the haze begins to form again, you see the scroll shimmering through all possible points between these two extremes. And that should be who I turn it into. Let me unpin this. It's going to throw me off. So this one, oh, it's him who I turn it into. Okay. Scrolls are fascinating items. They travel far and wide across the lands, yet this one seems to also travel through time. The fact that you found this scroll where you did is both an omen and a blessing. And then his is the 5-time walking dungeons that I did off screen, an original journey through time. You did it, Starkiller. Way to show those old warriors that Azeroth is still in good hands. Got a nice upgrade there. You'll notice my inventory is very full of the Thanksgiving dishes, as I have been raising my cooking, and they do give a nice buff. In fact, let's have some candied sweet potatoes. Not that I'll be necessarily fighting a whole lot of things, but why not? They go away after Pilgrim's Bounty event ends, which only lasts a week anyway, so might as well enjoy the food. Celebrate Good Fun, which was to participate in any event related to the WoW anniversary. So doing the time walking dungeons did count towards that. So she says, it is fulfilling to see so many denizens of Azeroth and beyond visiting our celebration. It is in remembering all our pasts that we are able to come together and celebrate. This NPC is so loud. We hope that you will continue to enjoy our event. To assist you in your own adventures, take this boon of the Bronze Flight. So she gives me a 12-hour buff. Tomorrow is the reset, so I probably won't be using this buff the entire time, but she will offer that quest again tomorrow, so and I can turn it in at any time during the week, and she'll give me another 12-hour buff. So this is one that was not available before in my last video on this character because I was not high enough level. So she has a couple of quests. The first one is Truth of the Dark Irons. Few know the truth of the Dark Iron Clan. Even fewer have seen it for themselves. The Time Walkers have agreed to take us back. They will send us to the time when our clan lost its emperor, and in doing so, I hope I can show you everything that came from that defeat, the good, the bad. Will you see the truth for yourself? And then she has a weekly quest. Disturbance detected, Black Rock Depths. The Time Walkers claim that they detected a time-displaced object in Black Rock Depths. While that fight may have ended in our defeat, the Dark Iron Clan knows what's at stake. Could change, or should history change, we could lose the current Dwarven Alliance and all the good it has brought. Recover the object and protect our current peace. And then this is a quest over here that I picked up in that last video. I did her event. I don't know if you could call it a dungeon. It's like a quick event. And the quest was called Chromie's Codex. Thanks so much for the help. I'm so excited for my first tour. It's much more likely that no one will die or get lost now, thanks to you. Not that it has happened ever. And then I think there's one more. Yes, this week it's Timely Gate Crashers. Did you see that giant mechanical monstrosity just walking around in the dunes outside? How about the icky, shadowy Shah of Anger? Or that big frost giant to the north? Yeah, they aren't native to this area. They tell me the timeways are screwy around this time of year. They have asked me to organize a cleanup crew. Would you be up to the challenge? If you like this challenge, I have another for you as well. I think he's talking about the PvP one that I picked up in the last video on this character I recorded, which I haven't done yet. So I'm just gonna peek. If there are any groups going on that will take me in. I just had to wait a second for it to phase over. That was the Doomwalker. And now we're heading over to the Shah of Anger. I have my slow flight on, so sorry if that bothers you guys, but I am very prone to motion sickness, so I think I briefly explained it in a previous video, but the dynamic flight in this game really messes with me, unfortunately. So it is steady flight for me. And this guy actually has a chance to drop a mount, which I don't have yet. So if I got lucky and got that, that would be awesome, but the chance isn't super high, so I'm not gonna hold my breath. Nope, no luck on the mount this time. And then there's one last boss for that quest, which is up here. And it is a boss from VOA back in Wrath of the Lich King. The first boss, the Doomwalker, was from Outlands. It's a world boss back then in Hellfire Peninsula. And then the boss we just killed last, the Shah of Anger, was a world boss from Mists of Pandaria. Changed the way you play Shadow Priests a little bit since I used to play one way back in the day, but they do seem pretty fun still. Just not as much AoE as I used to have. So we finished that quest. So now I'm gonna go turn it in. I wonder if I can get into a raid for that other quest in a timely manner. I guess we'll see. So, timely gate crashers. You were successful? Great! My new bronze friends tell me things are likely to happen again. So check back with me in, say, a week, and I might run another cleanup. In the meantime, feel free to check for them menacing around even more often. So I do have a lot of talent points unspent, but just looking because I don't remember if I used that or not. Let's see. And this was a quest that is this item that I picked up from one of my time walking dungeons. I don't want to start Daenerys quests that aren't related to the WoW anniversary.
You are welcome here.
And I do want to do these quests on stream. I've done them on my main character. The only thing that's really holding me back from doing them, like right away, on this character is that you get sent all around the world, and some of these places are not unlocked on this character. So I'll have to be questing to unlock certain places. I might do them on a different character. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. I think for now, what I'm gonna do is hearth, because it will take a little while for these queues to pop. I don't know if I'm going to keep recording until I finish them, just because they can take a little while. Ooh, lag spike there. In my last video, I did do the Alliance Thanksgiving feasts, Thanksgiving quests. Sorry. These are like the horde ones, and I know I can't do all of them on this character because, as I said in the last video, the Undercity is kind of bugged out for me. I managed to get it working, but then once this character hit level 50, I was not able to fix that bug again quests, I believe I have to do the Battle for Azeroth expansion quests, or at least start them, which we haven't gotten that far in the story yet, so I'm gonna pick this up though, since I'm waiting. In queue. Sharing a bountiful feast. You've not celebrated Pilgrim's bounty properly until you've eaten your fill at a bountiful table. Please sit down, feast, and try everything. You can move from chair to chair yourself, or ask others at the table to pass you some of their food. Once you eat enough of every dish, you'll be infused with the spirit of sharing. So it's exactly the same as the Alliance version. That was weird. It's kind of like lagging a little bit. Like, only some of the actions on the bars are registering a global cooldown. Yeah, that was 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Basically, we passed the food to each other, so we were able to do that. What a feast! I'm so glad you could celebrate the spirit of Pilgrim's bounty with us. And that is the only Thanksgiving quest over here in this city. I would have to go to the main cities for the other quests. Another quest that I did get was for the heritage armor. I don't know if it's a more elaborate quest than just going over and talking to a person. I imagine that's all it is, but it isn't a classic quote-unquote quest, so I'll probably want to look into it a little bit more before I go and turn it in on camera. So I suppose for now I'm gonna go down to the Ghostlands, which are the quests that I was doing before all the anniversary stuff, or that was where my quests were directing me to, because I had finished everything in the Eversong Woods. So I'm just gonna head down there for now. Just because I know it's looking like this queue isn't gonna pop for a little while. Maybe I could make a longer video and include myself in the raid. We'll see. At the same time, I don't want this to be like a 3-hour video. I'm not sure how open you guys would be to that long of a video. It'd be pretty intense. And I think when I get down here, I am going to change my hearthstone. Because I trust there will be an inn, I hope. I do like the aesthetics of the Ghostlands. It's been a very long time since I've been here, though. Delivery to Tranquilla. You have the letter? Finally, we've waited for a response from the Regent Lord for weeks. Let me see here. Vandrel begins to read the letter. What's this? A dark presence. He senses a dark presence in the Ghostlands? No kidding, I could have told him that. This is what we've been waiting for? The Forsaken. I know it seems strange, but these Forsaken are here to help. You should speak with their leader, High Executor Mavrin. He's in the tower on the west side of town. And, priest, when you're done talking with him, return to me. I have something dire that needs to be dealt with immediately. So I'm gonna go talk to this innkeeper first.
What do you seek?
That way when I hearth next, it doesn't bring me back to our song. The Forsaken. I know that we Forsaken appear monstrous to your eyes, but I assure you, we mean your people no harm. We are here because of a common enemy, Darkan the traitor. He has returned and now commands the scourge that are invading this land from his steadfast death home to the south. Our leader, Lady Sylvanas Windrudder, originally hails from these lands and, in fact, used to be an elf. She has made a history with Darkan and wants him dead as much as your people do. We will defeat him together, priest. Return to Arcanist Vandrel. Now, my friend, if you would be so kind as to return to Arcanist Vandrel, I know that he is very anxious to send you out on your first mission here in the Ghostlands. We're counting on you, Starkiller. Don't let us down.
State your business. Remember the
Oh, good. There you are. And just in time. There is much to be done.
we will have justice.
We're surrounded here, priest. The outlying villages have all been overrun by the scourge. You must head northeast to Suncrown Village immediately and deal with the Nerubian Scourge menace. You can't miss them. They're spider-like creatures. There's no time to waste. Calthalas must be reclaimed.
Farewell.
I'm hoping that these quests do go a little bit quicker now that my level is a little bit higher. I won't be getting any experience off of the mobs themselves. We definitely want to track that. Enoch Suten, come closer. I am dying. I was sent here to slay these Nerubians, but Vandril didn't know they have a leader. The dying blood elf coughs up a good amount of blood. You must find and slay Enoch Suten. Get help. She wanders around Suncrown Village. Thankfully, I shouldn't need any help. Especially, I didn't realize that I would be able to kill these with my instant cast. So, the questing should go a bit faster for sure. Oh, there she is. So we're gonna go head back and turn both of these quests in. And I guess just leave the lady's body here. Poor thing. There's one of the cubes. So I'm gonna wait to see if everybody joins before I start reading what he has to say about the Nerubians and their queen. And it looks like I actually missed a quest up here. This is kind of the one I'm hoping everybody's going to be ready for, because I think that's the one for the two quests for the anniversary. Yeah, this is the last portion of the raid. The raid is split into 3, so Warlock cookies. Oh, I do have it on my. Okay. I was really hoping I wouldn't die right away from that, but I am a lower level, so unfortunately I did get one-shotted from it because my gear and stuff is not going to be as good as a max level character. So I'm gonna try and stand in these healing circles from our healers. I might not be talking as much while I'm fighting these guys, just because it's a little more distracting when it's like a raid boss. Healed myself just to be safe. Quite a bit going on compared to usual, like the questing and stuff. Very chaotic by comparison, which is why I'm like a little more quiet and focusing a little bit harder. It's definitely different than what I'm used to. I'm used to doing these types of things on a druid, which has a lot more AoE, which is area of effect attacks. Usually I do like my Starfall to take care of some of these mobs around us. But on this character, I'm just pretty much trying to stay alive. It's the first boss. And then there's like a mini boss. Right up there. And then there are two, a king and a queen down here. I'm hoping they pull these people on the side because they will pull when we pull the boss if they're not killed. So I'm gonna bring them over to the tank. So weird not having the AoE that I'm used to. I don't know why, but my health bars for my enemies keeps getting turned off. I don't know if that's like a bug or just something specific for me. But it is an issue I'm having, not just on this character, but all of them. I'm gonna save my cooldown for the big boss. A little frustrating being a caster, but also having to move like every few seconds.
Your efforts are utterly pointless, fools. You'll never be able to defeat me.
I think I'm pretty much gonna just be getting coins off of these bosses because I'm not max level, so I don't know that they're gonna give me any gear or anything like that.
Prepare to meet your doom at the hands of Ragnaros's most powerful set. Flee before me! The fire below bends to my will.
I just remembered I don't want to be too far out because of her attack. This one right here. It's very quick and very powerful.
Behold the might of my empire! Repel the invaders! Gods, to my side!
My love, I have failed you.
Your insolence will be punished!
He's dead. And the reason we wanted to kill her first is because she does have the potential to heal, which we definitely don't want. Alright, boss.
Gods, to my side! The fire below bends to my will. I am the Emperor! Flee before me!
We already have a Shadow Fiend cooldown, or Shadow Fiend off of cooldown.
The ground betrays you. Futile.
I don't have a battle res to get that tank. Okay, somebody got him. Okay, so he started his dialogue, which means we defeated him. It looks like another portion actually popped up. If the video does start getting to be a little too long, though, I might cut it off. Just because it really all depends on the raid. There might be good and bad groups, so people might, a group might wipe, making it go a little bit longer than just a quick run through, which is very possible, especially since the time of me recording this, it is a Monday, and usually groups on Mondays aren't always the best because it's everybody trying to get their last runs in. And I giggled because as I said that, the tank got blown off the side into the lava and died. So we are running with a bunch of DPS and one healer. So yeah, we're gonna wipe. And we just respawn and try again. I'm really hoping that this tank doesn't pull because the other tank left. And it might be a little sketchy. One tanking. Usually there's one for the boss and one for the mobs. Okay, so it looks like we just got a second tank. And we're just waiting for him to zone in. I will refill my health stones. Interesting. The ads don't respawn. It's been a little while since I've wiped on this boss, so I don't know if that's a new thing or if it's been like that for like a few weeks. One of the tanks is taking a royal beating. Looks like we're gonna definitely take him down this time, though. So I think I'm only getting coins, which is fine. We need to pull those guys. So I don't know why they're trying to avoid it. Okay, the other tank got it. This is gonna be a bit chaotic. Yeah, one of the tank died. Yeah, I'm not supposed to be having that aggro for so long. I am going to repair because I don't want my gear to break. And this is kind of why I was like, yeah, we'll see. I might end the video early because some groups on Mondays are really like this. See if I can pick a couple of them off. Yeah, that was really sloppy. Oh, there's more. Really sloppy, but that's unfortunately usually the case on Mondays, especially the later in the day it gets. And as you can probably see right here, it's kind of later in the day, so it's kind of like everybody on their ults. Looks like we're skipping a mini boss, but I'm totally fine with that. With how this group has been going. And this isn't like I'm going through here for gear. I'm pretty much kind of going through just because this character can do these dungeons. So she'll get rewards for it. Like those coins for the special event, but it's not the end of the world if I don't get them. Oh, my Atlanta. Stop running towards me. I don't want to be standing in that. It is, like I kind of mentioned earlier, it is a little bit harder on a low level character trying to just stay alive. Because things do hit you harder. You don't have epic gear like you do at max level. But if you do kind of subject yourself to the challenge before you hit max level, you do reap some benefits. Like I probably will get some boxes from the quests, the weekly quests, that will give me gear. So when I do hit max level, I'll have gear waiting for me that'll be pretty decent gear. And that is always a plus. Not to mention the event coins are very nice. There are a lot of rewards that I do need to collect. And I definitely am looking forward to that. So, not only is it a plus for going through here for the video, but I am setting my character up for success when she hits max level, which really she's not that far off of, because max level is 80 and I'm 56, so 24 levels isn't too bad. It's actually probably going to go by really quickly. Oh, I did not mean to hit that spell that early. They are definitely supposed to be tanking these guys apart from each other. That's why the raid just took a whole lot of damage. And we need to be standing in that little swirly thing that the boss throws out every once in a while. They do have a shared health pool, so that's why I'm kind of like moving over to this side where it's a little less crowded. And I hopefully won't have to dodge around so many things. There's so much going on over here. I need to back up a little bit so I can see what's actually happening. And I actually had my Shadow Fiend off of cooldown towards the end of that fight, but it's probably better to save it for the next fight. Oh, I actually got a pretty nice ring. So I'm going to equip that. I don't mind this fight too much. It's the fight after this that I'm really not looking forward to. Just realized it gave me a health stone when I went to that innkeeper. So I'm gonna delete that. I don't know if I just said healthstone or hearthstone, but I meant hearthstone. I don't think he knows to talk to this guy. Oh, or somebody else will start it and they'll attack me. So this fight's not too bad. Like I was saying, this is pretty much you want to attack ones that have the corporeal buff on them, and they take more damage. Somebody definitely needs to res that tank though. Here we go. Although people running into me with stuff is kind of annoying. Yeah, it's pretty much just don't stand in stuff and hurt the guy that has the buff. And you'll be fine. Oh good, our other tank. Delightful. Hopefully we don't wipe on this fight. If we do, I probably am gonna end the video just because it is over an hour. And I imagine that regardless of if we kill this boss on the first attempt, I feel like we're definitely gonna wipe on the next fight anyways, just because it is a little bit harder. And I don't want, like I said, I don't want this video to be like 3 hours long. I wish somebody would dispel this off of me though, because that is a very long CC. And now I have debuffs summoned on top of me. All around kind of a rough group. He's almost dead. Thankfully. Alright, you guys. I'm gonna end it here. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will definitely be picking up probably in the WoW anniversary grounds in the next video, just to turn in these couple quests that I completed in here, and then probably head back to the Ghostlands again. So I hope you guys have a good night, have sweet dreams. I hope I see you in the next video. Bye guys.